Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Appreciate you taking a few moments. If you will, turn in your Bible to the book of Genesis, if you like, to follow along. Genesis 24, beginning in verse 52. And we'll look here. They're kind of confirming, shoring up, planning a wedding here. Verse 52 says, When Abraham's servant heard their words, he bowed himself to the earth before the Lord. Then we go on and read how he gives jewelry to the family, gives to her brother. They eat, they drink, they have a good party. They bless the woman and send her away. They give her, they say, do you want to go? She says, I will go. And they bless her with a blessing here, O sister, may you become thousands of 10,000s, and may your offspring possess the gate of those who hate him. And then they get on the camels and they ride. So just kind of a brief scan over this passage. I want to focus on, really draw your attention to two things in those verses. One of them is, it's interesting that remember the promise that Abraham has. Abraham has this promise that great nations will come out of him, that his offspring will be great nation. Well, look what Rebekah's parents, the blessing they put on her. May you become thousands of 10,000s. And may your offspring possess the gate of those who hate him. Wow, if that isn't current, that the offspring possess the gate of those who hate him. We certainly see that in the Middle East at this time. But what I want to draw your attention to is really just one line. This servant, he's a pretty amazing fellow. When verse 52, if you remember when this started back there by the well, when the servant, before he did anything, he prayed. Now, when Abraham's servants hear these words, and he's getting positive response to his request from the family, from Rebekah. When Abraham's servants, verse 52, hears these words, he bowed himself to the earth before the Lord. He immediately worships God. I like this guy. This servant that Abraham sent out, I see why he picked him. He begins this process before he does anything, before he talks to anybody, before he says anything, he prays. Once things begin to move, he prays again. He worships God. He gives God thanks obviously in front of all these people. He gives a testimony. The other thing I notice about this guy, if you read carefully, you see that he's being very gentle, very reassuring, very comforting to this family who was about to lose a daughter, and he supports them, and he takes care of Rebekah on this journey. This servant, man, I'd like to have a couple friends like him. He's not top-notch fellow. But again, what we really see in this passage is this statement where he stops and he bows himself to the earth before the Lord. Now, we don't have an account of what he said when he bowed himself to the Lord, but I think it's pretty safe to say, and I think I don't believe I would get much argument from you, that one of the things he was doing was thanking God for working in this situation, for bringing him to the right woman, bringing him to the right choice of a wife for Isaac. And again, before he does anything, I think before he does anything, he prays. Before he does anything else, he says thank you. It's kind of interesting to me how much most of us we stress to our children. I mean, if somebody just gives them a piece of gum, a little piece of candy, what do you say? Somebody can just do the smallest thing for a child, and what do you say? We want them to say thank you. We want them to be grateful. This servant shows us a lesson that all of us probably need to. We may need somebody following us around every day, and every time that God blesses us, all the wonderful things God does for us, somebody says to us, what do you say? This servant was grateful for what God was doing, had done, was going to do, and he bowed himself to the earth. Let's learn to be more thankful. I know it's not November. I know it's not Thanksgiving, but we can be thankful in April. We don't have to wait till November. All right? Watch around today. Look at where you go. Look at what happens to you, and see if there's not a place where you need to stop, bow down, and worship Him. Have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.